back, everybody. This is Edwin, the Magic Engineer, and I'm here to tell you guys about this really awesome store that's right in Tualatin, Oregon, and it's real close to Portland, and it's called Legends of Gamers. And you guys might have noticed I've been wearing this shirt sometimes in some of my videos. Well, there's a reason. That's because there's an awesome group of old school guys that actually go to this store called Legends of Gamers, and the guys that frequent that store are called the Horde. And just a little bit ago, I had a trip out to Portland. We had to go out there for some family stuff. And when I was out there, I set up a meetup to see some of these guys in person. Like some of them I'd met at GP Vegas, some others I'd met in other places, either online or in the past. And so we just all wanted to kind of meet up and just play some old school games. So we put out the message, and one of the lead guys of the Horde, Aaron, actually helped me like organize up like a little event for everybody to meet at the store and just bring their decks and play some old school games and eat pizza and have fun. And it was an awesome time. We ended up having, I think it was like 18 people or something. I didn't get a shot with like everybody together towards the end, but I got a picture with everybody like when we were still there and getting all set up and stuff like that. So I took a little bit of video, I got some pictures. It was an awesome time, so check this out. Okay, so we're at Legends of Gamers right now in Tualatin, Oregon, and a bunch of people came out to say hi and tell me how much they hate me, and it's been really nice of them. Okay.
We got a fun fact.
Yeah.
Daniel just asked me if I can double block.
Hey, assholes.
He has a judge question.
I don't remember. I didn't know that.
He's asking if this is legal.
Can you do that?
Is it 2 creatures on 1 blocking? He's asking if that's legal.
Oh, you can do that?
So you're blocking?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be 2 first strikers. So
Okay,
for 3 first strike damage.
Hold on.
Judge.
If I punch on 3, what happens? What happens?
It's still gonna die because the first strike damage will blow it off the table.
Why do I do that? Joe, why don't you help me out? I didn't know that.
Okay. So while Daniel's learning how magic actually works, we're gonna come over here and see how some of these games are actually going. Okay, here we got Mox Emerald Scott. This guy drove all the way from Seattle just to tell me how much he hates me. And now we got another really awesome green-white deck. Is this Adam's deck?
He's playing the deck that I played earlier.
Okay, now this is Adam.
We're in another grinder of a game. I played the red-black deck in this.
Oh, I see. There's the Storm World again. Yeah, Adam is just filled with hate. He must have had a really tough childhood. I feel really bad for him, actually. Because he keeps playing all these cards that make everybody want to kill themselves. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Makes everybody want to die. Okay, I don't know if this phone is like super shaky or not. And so we're going to come over here. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
You having a good game so far? What's your names? Mill? Bill. I'm Edwin. Pleased to meet you, Bill. Thanks for coming out. Oh, so Edwin never plays his turn, so apparently I have to come back and play.
He's working.
Okay, so did anyone kill me yet?
No.
Oh, the Abyss.
Yeah, the Abyss
Okay,
is out.
so that's out. So now, bye-bye Ernie. He goes away. And there's no Underworld Dreams or anything? Okay, so I drew that. And I'm just going to pass the turn. Okay, now it goes back to Andy, who likes to tap on his cards. So we got Andy, and then Daniel, and then Nathan. Yep. Legends of Gamers. A lot of fun. Yeah. Now, the owner of Legends of Gamers is a guy named Tony. Seemed like a really nice guy, by the way. There's some history that actually goes back for me personally there, because I lived in Portland for 15 years when I was working for Intel out there, doing motherboard BIOS design and stuff like that. And I used to go to this store called Ancient Wonders, and it was ran by this guy named George. Neat guy. And when I mentioned those proxy tournaments constantly that I used to like help host and set up, it was at Ancient Wonders, and George was the store owner who was helping me actually set it up. So what happened is, after years of being in the business, Ancient Wonders eventually closed in Tualatin, and I think a lot of that inventory was bought up by Tony, who now owns Legends of Gamers. And his shop is pretty close to where Ancient Wonders actually was. And so going back in there, it was kind of like being surrounded by like a lot of the stuff that was part of Ancient Wonders. And a lot of the guys that I played with when I was doing vintage games, like proxy vintage tournaments, they weren't actually there that night. But, you know, of course the Horde was, so I got to see all those guys. And it was just, but it was kind of special for me because getting to go back to Portland, which is where I was at for quite a long time, for 15 years, you know, and playing Magic and like right in that same area that I used to play in, you know, surrounded by the same kind of like atmosphere. It was it was very nostalgic actually for me. And the Horde is a neat group for me specifically because if I still lived in Portland, if I was still working for Intel doing that motherboard BIOS design thing, then this would be my crew. These would be the guys I'd be hanging out with all the time. So that's kind of unfortunate that I can't hang out with them, but they're a pretty cool group of guys. We got Daniel Chang from Vintage Magic here.
I'm in a Red Elemental Blast.
Playing at Legends of Gamers.
Main deck, Red
Look at
Elemental
this.
Blast.
Main deck, Red Elemental Blast. I think that's bullcrap, honestly.
By the way, look at this. I gotta say the tournament. This is actually from the Beasts of the Bay when I went to see them early back in the day. I was allowed to go in their tournaments in San Francisco. I had a great time. It's like 15 to like 30 people, and I got a beta Fireball. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
But anyway, yeah, this is great. Edwin, good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you too. This is my buddy Andy. He hates the camera.
Yeah, I'm not.
And he's playing a proxy deck here. That's one of my proxy decks.
Yep.
And here's the guys I'm playing with.
Edwin running backwards at GP Vegas.
Oh yeah, GP Vegas.
I'll be sure to show you that. He almost falls.
Legends of Gamers. There's Tony.
Did you go?
Play a platform.
Yeah, so
Okay, here we go. Back to the game. So towards the end of the night, we decided to do a 3 versus 3 team game. Yeah, so this was actually my first time actually playing a 3 versus 3 game, so I didn't even quite completely know how the rules were going to work. But it was a pretty cool setup, and everybody had a great time, and they ended up crushing us at the end of it, which is funny. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Legends of Gamers in Tualatin, Oregon. It's right next to Portland, and it's a really cool store, and there's a lot of singles in there. It's all the old inventory from Ancient Wonders that's just moved over, and it's got a real laid-back atmosphere, and there's card tables, and there's food and everything, so go give them a check out and see how it's going in there, and say hi to them for me if you go by there. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great night.